Hey guys, it's Lily here, and today we're going to be doing another Skullgirls video. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on the Valentine Last Hope and Valentine Assassin's Creed node in Ascent of a Woman Master. This tutorial was actually requested by this lovely user on my post when I was asking you guys for some suggestions if whether or not I should do a tutorial or a holodeck hazards video. It was a poll and I was asking you guys if I should break it up a little bit or if I should, continue the series for a few more videos or another video before I go branch back off to my tutorials like usual. And last I checked, it was 50-50. What am I supposed to do with that? But luckily you guys left me some comments, which also really helped. And a lot of you guys were saying, some of you guys were saying that, it didn't really matter. But a lot of you guys were saying that, you do like my tutorials and I should do like some beginner tutorials. And this special user that I mentioned also requested to do some tutorials on Ascent of a Woman Master, which I completely forgot about that whole thing. I have done some tutorials on it before, but I haven't done them in a long time, and I completely forgot about that whole story mode difficulty. So I'm definitely super duper excited to do some more tutorials on it. So yep, this one's about the what is it? Is their name Last Hope? I forgot. The Valentine with the red hair and the purple accents, and then Assassin's Creed. I hope that's her name. I really hope I got that right. That would be embarrassing. But yeah, so we're gonna do on that. Assassin's Creed is also extremely annoying defensive wise. And Last Hope, which I believe is her name, she does have in her signature ability, she can revive teammates, all her teammates. When they all die at a certain point, she does revive them. I forgot how it works exactly, but you get the point. And so them two together, it's best to actually kill her first. So we're going to figure out how to do this, but let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Alrighty then, so the first things first that we're going to talk about are the fighters that you're going to use. So you must use 2 Valentines, so basically your fighters must be Valentine only, and then you have to have 1 Dark Valentine. Now then, of course, I do have my diamonds and everything, and I could easily do this, but you know what, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do it with golds. So the fighters I'm going to be using are Graveyard Shift and Oh My. I'm using Oh My for more of a supportive background because she can give her teammates enrage, and I'm also going to be equipping her a little bit more supportively, which I will get into in a minute. Then Graveyard Shift, she's going to be my offensive because both of the Valentines that we're going against are light element. She is dark, therefore she gets the bonus. They both do, but she gets more of a bonus because there's 1 of her and there's 2 of them. So, science. And so, the reason why I'm going to be equipping Oh My in more of a supportive background is because really and truly all we're going to use is Graveyard Shift because she can inflict curse and things like that because she is a Dark Element Silver, and that's typically the signature abilities that they have. And she gets the bonus and all of the stuff. Not to mention mine has Prestige. We need to protect her because she's going to be giving us a very good advantage. So that's why I'm using Oh My for support and reviving probabilities. So okay, now that we've got that covered, now I'm going to go ahead and go over how I have them both equipped. Okie doke, now we're gonna go over how I have my 2 Valentines equipped. So first we're gonna start off with Graveyard Shift. Now Graveyard Shift, like I said, English. She's going to be our offensive Valentine, the one that we're going to be using mostly to combat her. And then of course Oh My is going to help her out with her damage and of course making sure that she stays alive. So how I have her equipped is she has 2 Dead Cross. She has the blockbuster that I completely forgot the name of, where she slices the opponent's neck and there's a 25% chance for heavy bleed, a burst, and then Chocoglycemia. Now then, the reason why I have those as my blockbusters and my special moves is because bleed is the easiest way out of this. If you can't use bleed, you're a little bit in trouble, but for the most part, all of these nodes and this whole thing there's no real like modifiers. There's not too many modifiers of what like certain fighters that you can use. Most of the time, some of them you can get around, and some of them do have like actual moves that like can inflict bleed. Valentine is the easiest. If you have to use Valentine or you can use Valentine, please use her because she's the easiest way out of everything. I won half of these notes with Valentine, equipping her with moves that had bleed or everything. Of course, most of them, they did take me a little while to beat because at the time, my brain couldn't figure out like, oh my god, why am I losing so much? But then I figured out, oh hey, wait a minute, bleed is actually very useful. So I started using more blockbusters and special moves that inflict bleed, and then I started winning a little quicker. Of course, these nodes are still very frustrating and it might still take you a few tries, but definitely being able to inflict bleed more reliably and also being able to inflict a little bit more damage or have more accuracy can definitely help you out. Now then, of course, technically using Oh My doesn't really matter, but in case sometimes you would want to use her anyways, because like I said, one, I really need her to keep her alive. The enrage thing doesn't really matter because it's Aegis, you have a damage cap, so it doesn't really matter, but still it can be helpful with accuracy or things like that, or if you can't really like land too many critical hits, that can also help because enrage covers critical hits, so that also helps. But that's her equipment base because it needs to inflict as much bleed as possible. And also with Assassin's Greed, Blockbuster, basically she gives like power surge, like whenever you use one you lose health, so having more special moves that inflict bleed is definitely better for you. Okay, then now we're gonna go over Oh My. Oh My and Graveyard Shift are pretty much equipped the same, but Oh My has Forbidden Procedure instead, so she has 2 blockbusters. And I believe my Oh My, she doesn't really have like Prestige because I got her from the Daily Relic and I haven't gotten her since. I'm devastated. So she doesn't really have Prestige, she doesn't have it at all, so I can't really revive with that. My Graveyard Shift, she does have Prestige, but we're going to be using her offensively, so that doesn't matter. So that's why I'm equipping her with Forbidden Procedure. In case I might not be able to actually get close enough to her body, that's why I did equip her pretty much the same, just in case, last resort or whatever, I have to use her. That's going to be completely fine. It's not going to be the end of the world, and 9 times out of 10 that might happen. So but yeah, now that we've gone over equipment and everything, now we're gonna go ahead and actually see how you would beat this with these 2 Valentines, or at least with these equipment, because really and truly it doesn't really matter what your second one is, but you're definitely gonna want to like dedicate them to certain roles. Obviously you need a dark one because it's the modifier, but the other one doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be Oh My, obviously. Just make sure that you equip them a little bit more supportively than the other, and the other one more offensively and more bleed inflicting moves. So let's go ahead and get into this tutorial.
Side effects may include nausea, headaches, and death.
Showtime!
Damn! Just a nip and tuck job. No place to run. I'll cut you down. I've seen worse. Damn. Damn. You'll regret it. Let's take a look. You'll regret this. Damn, you're mine. Enough. I've seen worse. No place to run. You ready for I'll cut you down. Damn. Why? Just a nip and tuck job. I'll patch it right up. I've seen worse. Just a nip and tuck job. That's gonna Why? No place to rest. Wrap this up. Triage.
Get around the horn for all contestants.
Lost the will to live.
Well, there you have it. That's how you beat the 2 Valentine node and Ascent of a Women Master. I really hope that this tutorial helped you guys out, especially the one who gave me this idea. I really hope you guys have an awesome day. Definitely let me know if you have any other tutorials that you want me to do. I do have a lot of other suggestions on that post that I need to fulfill, so definitely stay tuned for my next few videos. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this helped you out. Hope you guys have a super awesome day. Bye bye.